Hello my lovelies, how are you all? Welcome back to Buttons and Bow X. Today I am going to talk to you about all things sleek. Actually, it's not all things sleek, it's all their powder type products, because I am a big sleek fan. I have absolutely loved using their eyeshadow palettes, their blushes, their bronzers, and recently a new purchase of mine is their eyebrow set. So I'm going to show you my collection. I'm going to go through all the products, swatch a couple for you. I'm also going to write a blog post about it as well, so that'll be down below with showing you pictures and swatches of everything. I'm absolutely not affiliated with Sleek at all, I don't work for them or anything like that. I just really love this brand and I wanted to talk to you about them. So I'm sure most of you would have heard of Sleek. I believe it is a UK only brand. Sorry to my people out in the States or around the globe. I think when they first launched, I think they wanted to be kind of like the high street brand for darker skin tones, because even kind of when you look at their foundations and their tones of their products, they do cater for darker skins better than lighter tones. But for me, it's, you know, they still cater for me, and even when I'm tanned I can still use their products and stuff. So I'm just going to run through how I first got into the brand. So obviously Sleek was quite popular a few years ago. They do bring out collections and stuff. I know they brought out like they've brought like Mediterranean theme, sea theme, that kind of thing. They always like to work with colour. They've got there's a big shade range that they generally have, and as I've mentioned before, I just absolutely love the powder type products that they have. So I first got into Sleek and I was using their eyeshadow palettes, and this palette, this is the Storm palette. So this is how their packaging used to be. It's very, as the name suggests, it's quite sleek, and they will always have a big mirror. So this side here is a big mirror, but I'm not going to blind you. And then you obviously have the shades on this side. They used to have them where they've kind of got the I don't know if you can see, but they're the shades all are kind of, what's it called, like hatched, whereas now this is the packaging now, where the Sleek is kind of smaller. Same size palette, same mirror, but the hatched kind of pattern on the shades isn't there anymore. So as I say, the Storm palette looks like this, and this is my very first palette. They do all the ones that I have do have a couple of mattes, but generally it's the shimmery or glittery shades that I personally think are better quality. They're very good. I'm going to leave all links to all the palettes that I have, if they're still available, down below with all the prices and everything. And generally they're not ones that promo a lot of their things. They don't normally do the 3 for 2s unless it's over the whole range, or unless Boots are doing, or Superdrug are doing 3 for 2 over all of their makeup. They don't generally have just Sleek own promotions, and I think that's because their products are really good and people, like, if you want their products you will buy them, sort of thing. But recently they did do, I think it was 2 for £10, where I bought a bronzer and I bought the eyeshadow kit that I was talking about. But anyway, so that's that was the Storm palette. This is the Oh So Special palette. I actually received this in a glossy box a few years ago, and I really like this. So it's kind of got browns and pink tones, and that's really pretty. This is the Respect palette that I just showed you a minute ago. And what's really nice about these, I don't have them anymore. So these are obviously a bit brighter, but they actually, all the shades have names. So if you're into that sort of thing, and these all had kind of like soul themed names, so like Otis Redding and things like that, because Respect as in the song Respect, R-E-S-P-E-C-T, that Respect. I think that's where that idea came from. It's beautiful, isn't it? And then this is the Au Natural palette. So obviously very wearable shades, very neutral. Again, mattes and shimmers in there, so a bit for everyone. I'm just going to swatch this shimmery shade, kind of like a dark purple toned grey, and generally a lot of these palettes will have a matte black, and look at that, that is matte of matte and dark of dark. It's really nice. This one actually also has a nice white in here. This is a matte white, So those of you that like to highlight with a white, that would be really great for you. I think my favourite eyeshadow palette is the Storm palette, because it was my first one. The Storm palette will always be my favourite, I think. And within this, so you've got a lot of natural colours, but you do have that pop of colour. So you've got like a dark blue, green, a lighter blue, some shimmery kind of browns at the end there, and then kind of this gold is lovely. If you like Half Baked by Urban Decay, it's not a complete dupe, but if you like that sort of thing, then this is really nice. And this is a lot more like a pink tone version of Sin, so it's got a lot more pigment. They are very pigmented, they blend out really nicely. The shades that they put in here in their palettes generally will work together really well. You can do so many different looks with these palettes. They're really good. I think they're about £12 now. Again, I will obviously link everything down below. As I say, a big mirror, so they are fantastic for travelling. They do normally come with like one of those sponge thingies, but the appliques, but I just throw them away because I don't need that in my life. The next type of product that I started to like from Sleek were the contour kits. You can see this is very battered, very bruised. I take this everywhere with me, and so it has actually, the lid has come off. And it just looks like this. This is my second one of these. So here's the contour shade. This is in medium. And then here is the highlight. They're both absolutely lovely. Really pigmented. They blend really nicely. They're really good for my perfect tone for my skin tone. They do a light, medium and dark. They might do a few more now actually, but they were always the traditional shades that they did, and they work really nicely. I believe they do still stock this, but I know that they actually evolved that contour kit onto these, which are the face form kits. So again, this one is the medium one. So what you do is you get a contour shade, a highlight, and then that's meant to be a blush at the end, but it's obviously too dark for me, and I wouldn't ever use a shade like this. I would more likely use that on my eyes. Swatch these for you. This is how they look. Actually, no, it's like that. Like that. They are really good quality. I think in terms of lasting powder, I'll always do that. In terms of lasting power, I think they're probably one of the best on the high street, to be honest. If you pop a primer underneath or a finishing spray on top, it will last all day, all night, however you want to use them. I generally use this kit when I contour for nights out, just because it is darker and it's really nice. It's not too harsh. You could, as I said, because you can blend it out, it can create a really nice effect. I'm actually using Sleek eyeshadows and contour and highlight. Yep, and then the other one that I have is the light one. So that was medium, this is light. And again, you can see the blush is just a completely different shade. This is very similar to their rose gold blush, which is meant to be a dupe of the NARS Orgasm, I believe. I don't know whether they are showing up on camera. I think with those face form palettes, the only thing that they should do is they should have actually put a matte blush in there, because what you could have done is had the matte contour, the highlight and the matte blush, and if you wanted to create that a more highlighty, shimmery blush, you could have just put a bit of the highlighter on there. So I think they missed a trick by putting a shimmery blush in there, because I think if you used all three heavy-handedly and didn't blend it out, I think it could create a bit of a disco ball effect. So I think they could have toned that down by having a matte blush in there, but hopefully they will bring that out soon. I don't know, just hopefully. You get in these, in the Face Form palettes, you get how much product? It doesn't say. So you get 20 grams of product in the medium, in the Face Form palette, which is the same in these sets. So these are the Blush by 3 palettes. This one is in Lace, and these have the shade, oh, I'm not even going to pronounce the shades, but it looks like this. Again, really pigmented. You do not need a lot at all. You can just see, I did really rub my fingers in there, but you can just see how strong these shades are and how well you can see that they work for all different types of skin tone. If you have fair skin, you would only need to tap your brush in once. If you did have that deeper tone to be able to deepen the shade up, then you would obviously be able to go in a bit more heavy-handed. Yeah, the one in the middle is really beautiful, and I think that's kind of like a signature shade for them, to be honest. They do it really well. And then this is in Pumpkin. Should have really shown this before Halloween, shouldn't I? So you've got a red, a pink and an orange. Again, these are really nice to use in the summer or in the winter. They have a mix, so the pink and the orange are matte and the red just has a very slight shimmer in it. Just show you again these shades. They look amazing, and because they are so pigmented and because they blend out really nicely, you would be able to use them as eyeshadows as well. So they look scary, but honestly they're not. Then just on to their single blushes, like this. These are the two that I have. This is in Rose Gold. So again, this is like this. I do have so many like this. So from them, so you can see. So you can see in all three of these palettes, this is the kind of shimmery pink that they give you, and it's yeah, very similar kind of theme of like a gold shimmery pink. They're very nice, as I say. They're really great quality. You cannot fault them at all, and the packaging is really nice and sturdy as well. I mean, I know that Sleek Contour does have its lid off, but I have dropped that 1,000,001 times. So as I say, this is Rose Gold, and this is my brand new edition called Suede. So this is a matte brown. I guess if you're really fair, actually, you could possibly, you probably won't be able to see that, you would be able to use this as a contour, because it's, you know, like a really nice matte brown tone. I just wanted this for those days where you want something quite light and fresh on your cheeks. You still want to wear a blush, but you don't want to wear a pink or a red or anything kind of too over the top, because maybe you just want to go with that nice flushed look. So, and also what's really nice about their powders, because they do blend, they are really soft. The powder just smooths over really nicely and actually leaves a really nice flawless look on your face, which you don't normally get from like a bronzer or blush. It has that really nice sort of finishing effect. Then, as I mentioned, I do have a Sleek brow kit. Mine's in Light. I bought this before I dyed my hair, which is why it actually might be too light for me now. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, yeah, everything went everywhere. So within this you get a wax and a powder, which is really nice, and then you also get some little tools. So you get like an angled brush, you get a normal kind of flat brush, which I'm not going to use probably. I probably wouldn't use I'll use them from the go, but I wouldn't use them at home. And then you actually, which is really cute, you get this little pair of tweezers. So I think that's really good. And again, a mirror, so Sleek packaging mirror on all of their products that I have. I do always want to go and try their lipsticks, but for me, because it's one of those brands that I go to and I'm going to try something new. I'm going to try lipstick, I'm going to try a concealer. I get there and I'm like, I know that I love their bronzers, I love their eyeshadows, that I love their blushes. That's what I'm going to go for. I really need to get out of the habit of doing that, because, and also what's really nice is on the stands, when you pull them out, because of how they are displayed, you can just see all of the colours really nicely. Pull out the trays. The ones that I've always been to have actually been always quite good with this. I don't know whether it's Sleek themselves or whether it's the stores, but the testers are always really nicely displayed, very easy to try. And because in these blushes, what are these? These are 8 grams of product, so they are a little bit more expensive than kind of other brands in the high street, but I think they are definitely worth it. You know, that is a lot of product. You are not going to get through that easily. It's just so pretty. I just really like it. It's such, this one especially has got such an iridescent look to it. You can really build this up to have that really good sheen. And what's quite nice is actually, I know people that I've got dry skin, so for me these are perfect. They really give that lovely glow to my skin. But I do know people with oily skin that also enjoy these. So though they do have shimmer in them, a lot of these products, they are so nice that it can work with all different skin tones. It's just, I would just be careful. I would build up slowly because, as I say, they are really pigmented. But they blend nicely, so it's just what you want. As you can tell, I'm a big sleek fan. If you are too, or if you've tried something amazing that you think I should try, I would love to hear any recommendations of shades or of actual products from them that you like. If you've never tried sleek before, let me know what you liked out of my collection, what you think would suit you. And yeah, I just thought I would do a brand overview for sleek makeup because they are really a really good brand. I hope you enjoyed this. If you like this sort of chatty, kind of just going through brand collection videos, then please let me know and remember to give me a thumbs up. I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye!